Alright, so Luke Cage comes out in 2 days, so I'm scrambling to get this done. So we are on Daredevil Season 2, Episode 10, The Man in the Box, that's what it's called. I actually really like this episode. This kind of feels like an episode where most of the characters were kind of called out on their shit on this one, and I apologize for the little moment I got here. It's hot as balls in California right now, so I have a fan blowing on me. But anyway, this episode starts off with, and I watched the first half a couple days ago, so I apologize if I'm kind of remembering it wrong, but it starts off with the last episode left off, where Daredevil is reporting to the called the police about the weird vampiric bloodbath thing that's going on in the basement of that one building, and of course dealing with the fact that Nobu's back, and yada yada. He kind of pulls like a Batman Commissioner Gordon type thing with the detective that shows up on the scene. I forget his name, but that detective, that guy, like the only detective in this season. Pretty easy to narrow it down from that standpoint. Excuse me. So this, of course, leads to Daredevil bringing them all to Rosario Dawson. She's back now, and it really goes to show how much the show needed Rosario Dawson back, because she's great, and she calls Daredevil out on all his crap. Just the whole lone wolf Batman syndrome he's got going on right now. It's just like, you are full of shit. Pull your head out of your ass. Gotta love it. I can't really blame Daredevil for feeling the way he does. Feels like friends are just a distraction. The law doesn't do anything. I can't do anything as being Matt Murdock. So must be clear as Daredevil. Rosario Dawson's look at his face like, are you fucking kidding me? Get over yourself. And I love her for that, because it's the whole I need my life is a distraction cliche is a very popular superhero trope, especially with the darker superheroes. So to say someone's like, dude, fucking get over yourself, kind of refreshing. I'm sure it's been done before in other movies or TV shows like this, but I still like to see it. Before all that happens, as it turns out, Foggy, Karen, and Matt get called into the district attorney's office after they find out that Punisher escaped and he's on the loose again, and the district attorney reveals that she was behind the whole sting that led to Frank Castle's murder, so she's terrified, and he's asking desperately for their help, and just as she asked that, a hail of bullets come raining through the window. She's fucking dead. Just gone. That's it. She's gone from the series. That's it. Just, like pink mist, pretty much. Okay, not quite. There's still a body, but really pretty positively dead. Naturally, this freaks everybody out. And Matt Murdock quickly comes to the conclusion that because Frank Castle was put in the same cell block as the Kingpin, that he must have let him loose, and of course he's right. So he goes over to the prison where he locked him up, but he goes there as Matt Murdock, and probably makes his biggest and probably the fastest regretted decision I think Matt Murdock's made in this show. And I know that's poor grammar, but it's the best way I can think of to say that sentence. Because it goes over there to try to interrogate Wilson Fisk, and he does so by threatening to take away Vanessa, basically, or take away her right to come back to the United States in exchange if he doesn't tell him where Frank Castle is. And oh my god, the way, god damn it, Vincent D'Onofrio, I love him so much. He's such a great actor, because he just instantly goes from 0 to 10 in a fucking split second, breaks up his hand, goes, grabs him, and just fucking smashes him on the table over and over again. Matt Murdock looks like he just doesn't know what the fuck just happened. It's fucking great. And he goes, and Wilson Fisk goes this long rant and was like, you can fucking do whatever you want. I will make, you can brag or think you're powerful than me, but I am more powerful than you even in fucking here, and when I get out, I will make your life a living fucking hell before I kill you. And it looks like I am almost out of memory, so I'm gonna have to pause here for a second. Be right back in 2. Okay, so where was I? Ah, yes. Wilson Fisk beating the crap out of Matt Murdock. And honestly, after all the dumb decisions Matt Murdock has made in this season, it was just kind of refreshing to see him just get instantly humbled. Instantly humbled, like, dude, you don't know shit. You've been making nothing but bad choices all season. Just stop. Just fucking stop for a second. Before you go and go threaten the strongest man, like, non-superpowered man in the fucking world. Maybe think this through just a little bit. What happens when you threaten to take away pretty much its reason for being, other than to destroy you. It's so good. It's so good. It's like, honestly, this episode would have been great if it just had that scene in it. But we have other great scenes in there, like, I'm quickly going through, like, the viewer on this thing. Like, you have the scene with the scene that follows after Rosario Dawson and Daredevil. Rosario Dawson just is so tired of Daredevil's crap, and I don't blame her, and I don't blame Daredevil either for feeling the way he does. He's like, everything has in this fucking world is just fucking gone at this point in the game. I really should, like, put up a fucking counter somewhere in this video, because I do say it a lot. But what else is new? Anywho, so, I thought that was a really good scene. I thought it was a good, like, this felt like this is where the season was going with all the craziness that's how chaotic Matt Murdock's life has been at this point. I feel like it was kind of accumulated in this scene where he's been lamenting in some ways, going like, dude, just get a life. Literally, just get a life. You have a life. You have good people. Just go with them. You don't need to obsess about this 24/7. You're not Batman. Close enough. Well, actually, technically, you are Batman if you're going off the Ben Affleck version, but I digress. But at this point... I'm sorry. I know I've been scatterbrained this particular video, but anyway, back to the episode. So, yeah, Rosario Dawson kind of humbles Matt yet again, while Matt waits on top of the hospital waiting for basically shit to go down after it brings all the weird vampire victims to the hospital. He's waiting there because you know the ninja's gonna come back, and they do, and then it just straight up turns into a horror movie with some pretty good visuals. I mean, like, a bunch of ninjas crawling up the side of a building should be kind of cheesy, but it surprisingly works, and it does have kind of like an oh shit moment when it turns out all the vampire people, like, are also kind of like mind controlled zombies too. So yeah, I really like this episode. I I think it had good character moments. I think it had good villain moments. And it definitely teases a very good season 3 if it goes the route it looks like it's going. So I'm curious to go the next episode on, and I want to try at least get one more episode done before I have to go to bed tonight. So I'm just gonna get right to it and see where we go. So 3 more episodes, count it down.